Order, please stand of silence and observance of all military past and present. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
John Congdon,
Here.
Pat Tack,
Here.
Tim Brenner,
Here.
Eric Gunnels,
Here.
Christine Taylor,
Here.
Stacy Wells,
Here.
Rachel Sankey.
Here. Staff present this evening includes Shannon Klein, April Grenier,
6 years in this township, she still can't say my name.
Grenia.
Love you.
I know. Benny, I'm not even try. And I believe that is all our staff this evening. Okay? Shannon. Janice is very low. We're gonna go ahead and move additions to the agenda because I need to add a motion to add the special meeting minutes of March 10th, 26 to the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, any other additions? Any other additions?
I got one. I'd like to open or add an open interview to anybody that wishes to just stand up and interview for the position of code enforcer, since we don't have to have applications anymore.
Open interview for code enforcement.
You could still just do that when we get to the fourth of the agenda, right? You could just bring up anybody he wants to open. Okay.
Where are you gonna, Madam Chair, where are you gonna put that, the other addition?
We're just gonna add it right in with code enforcement, especially after the masters.
I meant your first, oh, up there with meeting minutes, sorry. Yeah.
So open interviews under A and special meeting minutes under approval of minutes.
So one for the, you did it first later. International code.
What is it get?
No, I mean, for more.
We can't, we'll discuss it. Okay, if no other additions, motion to add special meeting minutes, 310, implement interviews for code enforcement to the agenda. I get report, please. Thank you. All in favor of the addition, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. And okay, we'll move to approval of the DOT meeting, March 3rd, 2026 minutes. Any motion, please?
I'll make the motion to accept the Board of Trustees meeting. March 3rd, 2026. I want to have one change put on there on page 2 at the very bottom. The house that we have up for bid is farmed, not burned. So we'll need to change the name on page. It's on there twice. It says BYRNES, it's BYRNES, not BURNES. On there twice.
Other changes? Any other changes to the agenda? You guys here? No.
It's on.
Check it again. It's not up. It's not up.
Good? Yep. Okay, do you want to amend your motion to accept the minutes with the changes? Chris? Yes. Pat, do you want to support that?
Yeah, I'll support.
Okay, all in favor of the motion to approve the DOT meeting minutes on March 3rd, 2026 with the changes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0. Okay, let's move to special meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes from March 3rd, 2026.
Of course.
Is there any discussion? There's no discussion, we'll move forward with all in favor to adopt the special meeting minutes for March 3rd, 2026, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Okay, we'll move forward with public comments, agenda items only for 3 minutes.
That's free.
I just want to make sure that we're aligned on where we are in the MPSC process, because the timeline is more urgent than it may seem. There are currently outstanding discovery requests, one already overdue and another due in a couple of days. And April 21st is not a hearing. It is the deadline for submitting written testimony and exhibits into the official record. In other PA 233 cases, some townships have submitted hundreds to over 1,000 pages of testimony and exhibits. I mentioned this just to highlight the level of detail and preparation that typically goes into building a complete record. My concern is if deadlines are missed or filings are not fully developed, the township risks losing the opportunity to present its case. I do not want to say, I do want to say this clearly, township residents, some of whom could have project infrastructure as close as 12 feet from their homes or garages, deserve the level of representation as intended through the $150,000 legal funding provided under PA 233. At this point, I'm concerned that this opportunity to present township issues is not being fully realized. So, just something that for you to think about tonight, do we have draft responses prepared for outstanding discovery? And, when those might be submitted? Thank you.
They don't need it.
Any other?
Yeah. Don't touch it.
That's.
Go ahead.
In regards to the letter. I came in and asked that they make sure that where the address is gonna be from. Stacy had told me that they're coming from the assessor's office, so that each parcel gets a letter. It's concerning to me that the deadlines are coming. Is that town hall supposed to represent questions, concerns, things like that are gonna be sent to the, into the hearings, for the collection, things like that? Also, it was mentioned that those letters that had been sent before had just been thrown in the garbage. So,
I said some people threw theirs away, they didn't open them.
well, exactly, they threw them away. I received 2, my mom and dad received 3. So I don't know how that happened from the last time. What I'm getting at is that's a lot of postage. Would it not benefit us, or would it benefit us to put it in the Herald as well? A larger print than what we would put, say, the minutes or postings or legal, whatever, in the Herald, something that's larger. And then put it all over our Facebook pages, of course, that there's this meeting. And I think to a certain point that it's come a little bit too late. The senior roof, did we not do that with the ARPA money? Did we do that with the ARPA money? I thought we did that with ARPA monies.
We were going to, but we did not.
Okay,
We started getting bids, but we did not do that.
We just,
so we just spent $100,000 on the kitchen. Or ARPA spent $100,000 on the kitchen, and then that overran. That could have gone towards the roof. Okay. I also asked about the code enforcer position this afternoon. I was told that possibly temporary. Nothing in this township is ever temporary, I think. And what happened to the young man that was supposed to come? I was stated that he didn't return phone calls, anything like that. So.
Thank you, Julie. Is there any other public comment? Okay, with that being said. I'll go ahead and start off with presentations. I'm gonna start with recognition. You guys hear me, or do I got this mic? Everybody can hear me? So I'm sure she probably already knows what it's for, but. And I almost want to ask all of you guys to stand up and clap for this woman because Shannon Klein has given 25 years of service as of this March. So her anniversary is April 23rd. If anybody wants to stop in and say hi, but we want to thank you on behalf of Thetford Township and the board for looking out for all of our elderly in our township, keeping them active. I don't think there are too many people know how important that is. So thank you for playing your role in our township. Oh, really? My pleasure. And backwards.
Didn't notice that, but we didn't want to say anything.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor to serve these seniors in this township. I feel very, very fortunate. I've had a lot of, Pam and I had always joked that we should have started a book and wrote a book, because it would have been a bestseller. Just the stories and the life experiences that, I've heard about over the years and the bonds that I've created and the losses that we've, had. It's just been a very rewarding 25 years. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So because of her beautiful special occasion today, I decided I should have done this when I started being a supervisor or was elected. So we're going to break it down by the people that were hired in January, February, March, and April. And I'm going to recognize them now. And moving throughout the year, we'll recognize the remainder of them a couple more times. So there's a lot of people that play a huge role in our township. So I had to recognize a few more for January, February, March, and April. So Miss April Grenier, he reached this service on March 2nd. So green, yeah, green. Yeah. We've got over 5 years. Oh, you get 25, you don't get all that. That's okay. And then Miss Sue Rhodes, I don't think she's here with us. She is right here. So she just got her 1 year on March 3rd. Really? No, we're gonna I'm throwing stuff all over. Mr. Benny. He is our maintenance guy, director. And then we have Miss Ambrosia, our deputy clerk. Got her 1 year. January 7th. Thank you. So big round of applause, please, for all of them. And thanks. Yeah. Okay, so we will go back to no correspondence and supervisors report, of course, EDF Cooler. I guess I was under the understanding that the 21st was one of our dates, but it's the deadline for testimony, so keep an eye on that date. Consumers Energy, if you guys have not heard already, is proposing a massive project in our township. So we look forward to welcoming them into our township. And me and Kevin and the building official will be having a follow-up meeting with them shortly by the end of the month as they start their planning process. So we'll keep you posted on that as we move along. And treasurer's report.
Okay, so first of all, I want to let everybody know that our general fund is $2,933,995. I want to also let the board know that finally, March 21st, we took out the CDs for $73,833.86 from PNC. And we put it into the My Class for the cemeteries, because it was the cemetery CD. So My Class is actually doing very well. We actually, year to date. I think we earned close to 25,000 in interest alone, just from January, yeah. So that's doing very well. Actually, this is yeah.
Clerk's report. Rating.
Now mine probably isn't. On a good note, we only had one burial in March, but the plot sales in the cemetery are up. Cemetery cleanup began April 1st. We've been preparing for elections, getting workers trained, and we are preparing for the audit and straightening out the cemetery lots. We had a few that were sold multiple times, so we're getting that all straightened out.
Thank you. Bills for approval. I'll make a motion to approve the bills with the addition of the fire authority payment of $251,920 and the GPL handicapped door, $832.26. $251,920. Thank you. Any discussion?
I have a few questions. I see that we're doing reimbursements to Benny for a couple of items for all supplies,
Yes.
one to Vicky for all supplies. Don't we have a credit card or?
We do, it was at a time that they didn't take it on the weekend, credit card, and they just bought it out of their own money, because it was at a store we didn't have.
And did they have prior approval to do that?
Yes, it was stuff that was needed for the hall.
What stuff did we need for the whole?
Yeah, those are you.
I don't have all those bills with me, but it's everything that's going into the hall, painting, all the trim, everything. Yeah.
So why is he on his time off purchasing things for up here?
I'm assuming he came in and worked over the weekend and needed some additional supplies. Right up to the store and got them.
The credit card is locked and safe. All times.
Does he just make his own hours?
I let him flex with necessary, yes.
Let
Well,
him flex when necessary, but
he
we've
come in
ordered
and did,
20 hours a week, right?
He come in and did the floors and he didn't want to do them while the activities were going on.
And that was what the stuff was for?
He had a good date that the hall wasn't running.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't doing any of them.
Because we see Benny comes up here often, and I don't mind, he's coming up here putting the work in. But he shouldn't have to be putting out of his own pocket for anything. Yes, we're reimbursing him, but he should not have to be putting out of his own pocket for anything. That is our responsibility, not his. If he doesn't have a card, then he needs to put it on hold and say, hey, I'm gonna have to come back when you guys give me the card, or you should give him a card. with his name on it. For the township use only. And
Would you like that we?
But let's not get distracted away. That would be in a whole policy ordeal. Let's stay focused on the bills itself. So if there's an issue with not paying a bill, but that situation came up.
no, I'm just asking why we have to reimburse him. I mean, you say he's our head of maintenance. I think we should, on a side note, have a card for him that he has, that he is responsible for, that he turns in the receipts, we make the payment on it, that nothing comes out of his own
Well,
pocket.
we can reimburse him now and moving forward, we can look at a card. Just direction, don't buy anything else, Sunny. Thank you.
And, same thing with Vicky, we're reimbursing Vicky for false supplies. I guess my whole problem is, why do we're not paying them the ton of money, they shouldn't have to be putting stuff out of their own pockets. And then waiting on a reimbursement. They should have the ability to come to us right away and say, hey. And they can either get petty cash or a credit card or something. That's my thing. None of them should have to be put out their own money first. And then getting reimbursed. You know, I'm not saying we're not reimbursing them.
I wanna be clear, it's never been a request of mine to ask any of them to foot the bill.
No, I understand that.
Okay, it's been by their own choice that they have.
Right, I don't want them to have to grab their own money and then come back and wait on it. And my other thing is, I see that we paid Marie 70 something hours. And I was at that meeting and we voted on it and we did not vote to back pay her, we voted to pay her going forward. So we're just now. Why did we back pay her for those hours?
That was from the time she hired in.
Well, from the time she hired in, she was voluntary, so you came to us and got hours and pay set. We should have voted on back paying her those hours, not just assuming we're going to do it. That's not how any of that works. Those are the points I wanted to make. That's it.
Okay, with that being said, we will move on to. Any more discussion? Roll call vote, please. Yes, I made the motion.
We supported it.
Or. Yes, Kristen.
Tim? Pat?
No.
Eric?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes. Motion carried by 2. Okay, Madam of the Hour, would you please come up and give us your report? For the senior center?
Again, thank you. Thank you for the recognition. I appreciate it. So this is, these statistics are from October 1st to March 31st. Our unduplicated count was 591 seniors. We had 83 new seniors come through the door in February alone. We would like to thank the Gleaners from Heritage Harbor number 717 for the generous donation of $500. Our center was one of 6 recipients who were chosen to receive this community award. We intend to use the funds to help staff our food pantry. The Genesee County Department of Veteran Services is giving a presentation on April 15th at 1 o'clock to discuss benefits that the veterans are entitled to. And the Great Lakes National Cemetery will also be in attendance. Our annual rummage sale is set for Friday, April 24th and 25th from 9 to 4, both days. We will start accepting household items on April 22nd, the Wednesday of the sale. We also will be having a Sloppy Joe lunch and a bake sale. Our ladies' tea is scheduled for Monday, May 4th from 5 to 7, just to celebrate the ladies in our lives. The mobile Secretary of State will be at the Township Hall on May 21st. Appointments are available from 1 to 3. Most transactions can be completed at the mobile events, and anyone regardless of age can make an appointment. The driver's license renewal and handicap placard transactions may be completed up to a year in advance, and then the tab renewals and registrations can be completed 6 months in advance. Senior Power Day at Crossroads Village is on Wednesday, May 20th from 9 to 2. Tickets are available at the center for $5, and that includes the admission to the park, a box lunch while supplies last, a train ride, a senior resource fair, and legislative updates. Our annual plant swap will be held at the pavilion on Saturday, May 23rd from 12 to 2. You can bring items such as seeds, bulbs, perennials, houseplants, and exchange it for items of your choice. This is a rain or shine event. And then we have a few new educational opportunities. At the center, we have a charcuterie demonstration on April 30th. He will teach us how to effectively put a charcuterie presentation together, and you get the board and the knife and all of the meats and cheeses that you created. And we have 2 classes for that because it was so popular. And then on May 28th, we're going to do a sushi California roll demonstration. And on June 18th, we are going to have a learn to sew class, and they will learn the basics about sewing the machine and how to sew a pair of standard pillowcases. So that's what I have.
Appreciate it. Anybody have any questions? No, thank you. Congratulations, Shan, and thank you for your years of service. Okay. Mr. Condon, would you like to give us an update on the fire authority?
Can. First, I want to thank Chief Bronson for coming today to answer any questions regarding the International Fire Code. I'm going to be pretty brief just because we have a lot on the agenda, but we ended our fiscal year in March slightly under budget, so that's always a plus. Cost recovery last year was approximately 63,000. That's a good year for cost recovery. There was 21 runs, 14 in Vienna, 2 in the city of Clio, 2 from Thetford, and 3 out of the area last month.
Thank you, John.
Yep.
Shanna?
I have 2, Parks and Rec. You want that one first?
Please.
The Easter egg hunt was canceled because the park was flooded. They rescheduled it for this Saturday, April 11th at 11. And also we have checked with Clio Ready Mix to get the ramp for the north side of Beale Lake. And Rachel's gonna come up with new bylaws and proposal for anyone who wants to leave the park for. And Rick Jermaine is gonna be the next representative from Clio. In the library, we spent fixing the furnace $1,000 last month. And $350 to get the wiring for the phone and the elevator, which is all complete now. But they also think that they're gonna need a furnace replaced in the next few years. And they're talking about budget next year. They're probably gonna increase it from 65,000 to 62,500. So that will increase each municipality's portion. Just so you know in advance. And we're getting new quotes from new cleaning companies. I think that's it.
Thank you, Janice. Any questions? Thank you. Hey, Mr. Lawrence, do you have any updates for us on the planning?
At our last meeting, we went through the first draft of the battery storage system amendment for our solar ordinance. We're gonna relook at it with some updates this Thursday night. The zoning ordinance committee is gonna meet April 27th at 6 o'clock. We're gonna be over in the senior center because it's gonna be a Zoom and in-person both meeting type format. Caitlin is gonna remote in. We talked about that in order to save some money on our budget for the project. We do pay her for travel time back and forth when she comes here in person. So we're gonna take a try at it. It doesn't really work trying to have a Zoom meeting communication using the facilities here because the speaker system, we can't hear some of the people on their phone. They can't hear us when we talk in the center table. The mics aren't picking it up good enough. Or it can work, so. And the third thing on our docket is we did recommend recommend to approve the amendment for Article 14 of the zoning ordinance regarding moratoriums. And you have that on your agenda for the night. For any questions, that was drafted by Attorney Gilder at the request of the supervisor and the planning commission. It was discussed at an MTA meeting on data centers to have something like this, so it's recommended. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll go over to old business. Mr. Masters, would you like to come up and get a brief interview from the board? Just a little insight, Jeff Masters, submitted a letter as an interest in the position of the code enforcement. So I will start off with asking, what qualifications would you bring to the position?
35 years as a contractor in the area. I work with all building officials. I've done it for years. I've taken all classes for building courses. I never took my builder's license test because it was never required. I'm taking it on June 17th. I've been around this industry. I've been around towns, public meetings, the public, residents, everything, the county, you name it. I've been affiliated with it. I've dealt with problems, all kinds. I've always resolved everything. It's always worked out well. I only agreed, to do this because you're having difficulty finding someone. As far as the comment of someone part-time, I have zero problem with giving this up. When you do find someone that's got longevity and is going to give it to you. I'm actually going to lose money doing this. I have a successful business. Do I have time? I do. I have the same time for this that I look at some of the fire department guys that don't make money. I'm looking at it as volunteering for your community to do a service that's backed up on something that needs something done. And it's a fact, it needs to be done. And I'm going to do it as long as you ask me to do it, or until you find somebody acceptable that can take it. And when they're ready to take it, I'm ready to go.
What's your law enforcement
Hold
background?
on, we're gonna go down the road. Go ahead, Ms. Chris.
Okay, so if you was to get hired for this position, you're not gonna go out looking for complaints, correct? You're only gonna come in and only deal with the complaint at hand. You're not gonna go out and look around and say you're doing this, you're doing that. Right?
I have tunnel vision driving, and I'm going to take what's on paper that's asked to be looked into, and that only.
Did you have a question, Pat?
What's your law enforcement background?
It's not required, and I don't have one.
Okay, so what's your background with the law? The court systems?
You have a specific question, because that's
Yeah.
awful vague.
Did you not just plead guilty to harassing?
No, actually, I
I
didn't.
think we're getting into, hold on, order. We're getting into personal. We're gonna go down here. Eric, would you like to ask Mr. Matthews?
Exactly, that's the law. The law.
Order!
Shut up. That's exactly. I said, remove it. Just talking.
You can leave my boardroom.
You kissed my ass.
It's all right, boardroom too. Asking a board meeting, they're trying. It's disgusting.
I'm on a motion for a 5-minute recess.
I'll never buy property in Thetford Township. This is one of these.
That a girl. That a girl, yeah.
All in favor of a 5-minute recess, and Kate, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, say nay. Thank you.
Do what you gotta do.
That's his famous last word. That's what he does. It's all coming through. You got that problem,
Right, this is just a week. No, it's just the. Yeah. It's a pretty big cut.
How you do that?
Rachel, resume where it was.
We've been on the phone.
You pause it?
Really
know. They should be.
For your eyes.
It's just unsafe.
Section plan.
I'll know after what that guy says. He says, that falls back and it's not safe. It's not having more.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make a motion to open the meeting back up
Sport.
at 7:21. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Okay, Mr. Masters, we will try this again. I'm sure other board members have questions for you. Eric, will you go ahead and start us off, please?
Yes, sir. Good. Look, I think you do a good job of, in your business and all that, and I think, you also do a good job of treating animals well. So I have seen you around your animals, and I think that you are good that way, all right? So, you know, I could probably vote on this, but, you know, there's a lot of tension.
Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
A lot of tensions, you know, tonight and so forth. Code enforcement's a big deal with me too. I have my concerns with it as well. You know, this township has a history of people using government officials to attack other people, okay? It has nothing to do with you personally, it's a history here. I've seen it over the years that I've been here. So I'm very apprehensive on making decisions with people. I think there's pros and cons of every person out there, you know what I mean? But to me, as I've kind of known you, you know, I think you're kind of more or less a big teddy bear and people don't know it. And you have a beautiful farm with a bunch of farm animals that are well taken care of. So I respect that and appreciate that. I will definitely consider you and give you my thoughts and consideration as we move forward, okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, John?
I don't have anything other than my only real thing would be as fill out a regular application. Regular application, like some of the other people that applied did as well. So when we're reviewing it, we're looking at application versus letter. That's all.
Stacy, do you have any questions?
Well, Chris has mine, so.
I don't have any. Okay, do you have service background?
Yeah, I was in it.
Okay, could you elaborate a little bit on your
Rachel?
term in the service? I'm not to you, Pam. Could you elaborate a little bit on your time in the service, please?
Right out of high school, I went into the United States Army and I went to chemical school.
Okay, how long did you serve for?
4 years, 4.5 years.
Appreciate your service, by the way. What would you do in a situation, if there was a complaint against a previous board member? Because I know that there's been personal vendettas. How would you handle that situation?
A rule is a rule, a law is a law. I'd look at it, see what it is, I'd figure out what it is, I'd write it up, I'd bring it back to you and you guys deal with it.
Okay,
Simple as that, simple by the book. It is what it is.
okay. Chris, do you have any other questions?
I do, you do know all the ordinances and codes and familiar with all of them, right?
Oh, I've read your book.
Okay.
Some of it's a little outdated, but I've read your book.
How many hours could you provide to the township?
As needed.
Okay.
I can. I mean, I work for myself, so I make my own schedule. But like I said, this isn't a profitable venture.
Right.
I don't know why anybody would think that it is. Am I willing to do it? Am I capable of doing it? Yes. I'm doing it more as, like I said, as a public service to the community, not for a beneficial monetary amount. To be honest with you, I don't even know what it pays. And if it was minimum wage, because I know it has to pay something, that's fine. You want to lower it to $15? Go ahead. If you want to lower it to $1 an hour, I'm not doing it for the money. Give the rest to Benny. I don't care. It's not about the money. It's about a service. I know they're stacked up. I know there's a bunch of them because people complain. People have issues and it needs to be addressed. Simple as that.
I would like to say, thank you for a couple of the complaints that you've already taken care of, not working with the sewer backups.
Simple phone calls. I know everybody.
Thank you. Tim, do you have a question?
First.
Pat, proceed with a question, please.
Okay, back to my original question. Did you or did you not plead guilty to the destroying of Tim's sign? We'll just say everybody
It was
goes
disposed.
disposed.
It's disposed.
Did you not serve probation for that?
It was disposed.
It was disposed. So we can
Legal
look
term
that
is
up.
disposed.
We can look that up and the disposal was.
It was disposed. DISPOSED.
Missed.
Oh,
Unless it's just.
Okay, so he's not on trial.
Specific
Questions regarding.
specific question.
In regards to the employment.
Yes, I asked you a specific question.
I have no criminal record.
You have no criminal record.
That's correct.
Do you know that lying on an application is terms for not accepting an application?
Do you have a specific question? Because I'll answer your question.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
answered your
I
question.
asked you a specific
I
question.
think we're all set.
I answered this question.
Appreciate you.
He didn't answer.
You
Yeah.
guys are out of order. Do we have another 10-minute recess?
Let's do it.
I mean, you just.
Right, we're gonna move forward to award bid.
No.
Sorry,
what did that sign say that you called up to the public? Could you read it?
Says, get my good side.
Here, you wanna come take pictures? Come and take it.
Well, I can record it. I have the right. It's a meeting.
Out of order, let's go ahead with another 5-minute recess. Motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are you going? Drink. You wanna wait?
A 5-minute recess.
We're in recess.
Booze.
Hi, everybody, for the lady that's recording me.
My name's Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, how you doing?
You don't have.
Good, I'm doing good. How you doing? Glad you made it
Just
tonight.
by how you act in a public meeting. Why would you do that?
Meeting? Give a shit what your opinion of me is.
We're, I can give you an opinion, because you won't want it.
Give it to me. Come on, girl. I don't even live in that township.
You're right. And I wouldn't,
Supposed to be good.
Thank God.
no. We have great counsel.
How
about you behave like an adult?
Sounds have gotten better.
He said this is a very normal thing for this group.
Well, it's shown at me, not in the township. This is a township meeting.
It's a normal thing for you.
I'm 6 years old and I know better than this. Come on, act like an adult.
You're telling her to shut up.
You're swearing on a podium, like,
Yeah.
yeah, act like an adult.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, if there was a judge here, would you act like that?
Yes.
Hell no, because you'd be kicked out in seconds, if not put in jail.
So.
So, but acting like a child, dude.
Why don't you just shut the fuck up?
How about you shut the fuck up? Come on, see, you gotta act like that, because you're a child. How about you get out of that chair, step outside and shut the fuck up.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so. No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Horse right now.
No, we do need one of these.
This makes me want to see.
Just, we hire a we hire a rent-a-cop for a meeting.
Act like an adult, dude. That's all I said.
Working for a guy, he told me you had nothing to do with that. Yeah, state funds.
That's it. That's no one. You guys think like that. It's like you don't live there. Well, I don't.
Well, we got a award, we got a award that, right there. And the 50s don't lie. Oh, for a man? I thought you were the husband. Oh, no.
That I know.
Not good enough when I got.
Every time that you're gonna slice.
Oh, those three are the husbands. Oh, all right. My lawyer. Me too. My lawyer.
You can't tolerate.
Only 2 more years.
Here's one for you. Yes, that's why he's sitting down in front of my house. These three, they built and the other chain going down. One of my mature guys in long I like Frank. I like Frank. We don't stand, don't lay out.
Yeah. I know that. I know it's the right. You got that much. But I.
You guys want?
I was
Okay, we'll go ahead and move forward. I'll make a motion to start the meeting at 7:34.
Yeah, turn back on.
Give it time.
Cool. All right. Started this meeting.
Support, please.
Support.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. Make a motion to open up the podium for anybody interested in being a code enforcer.
Just because nobody else is gonna walk up here.
You got one?
Okay, Julie, I'll ask you the same question. Okay. What qualifications do you think that you can bring to the position?
I've been a resident here for 50-some years, plus I also have been involved in this township for probably 20 years.
Okay,
And I am aware of governmental procedures and ordinances.
okay. And the same question would apply to you as well. If there was any situation brought upon any other candidates, previous candidates that put on the council, would there be any issues in the past? How would you handle those?
They would, once again, have to look at the complaint, compare it to the ordinances, see if they're in compliance or not, and then bring it forward for review.
Forward for review to,
So who would the code enforcer answer to, the board or yourself?
that would be the board's decision, but typically myself and the attorney.
Okay, so then it would be brought for review with the attorney.
Do you have any, like, service, law enforcement, experience?
You can ask him.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
The answer is no.
Yeah, they did ask him that
Yes, they
here.
You
did.
guys order. Stacy's talking, Julie's talking.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Mr. Condon,
I hadn't thought
I'll
about it.
also fill out an application.
Very good. I just thought, now I did have a question though. Would you be comfortable going onto properties by yourself?
Yes, as long as I have a badge. And a badge meaning that I work for.
Some kind of acknowledgement.
Yeah, some sort of acknowledgement, not like.
Eric. No.
Actually,
Don't be nervous.
not new. So, do you believe about this, John, or is this just something you thought of just now?
I know the ordinances.
I
So,
I have no doubt. You know, like, give me an example of how you think, you know. So for example, if someone's got a lot of trash in their yard, or let's just say that they don't really have maybe like trash, but let's just say that this got a lot of stuff.
okay,
And you can see it from the road, it's obvious,
yeah, plenty of those.
we do.
Yeah.
We do have a few of those, and I wanna be easy with people. I don't wanna go up there with Gestapo like tactics and whatnot, I don't wanna see nobody get, this, here's the issue. Some people just don't have the typical awareness that what they do on their property affects others.
True.
And so I understand that we've got to tap people on the shoulder and be like, hey, you got a lot of stuff here in the front yard. Could you do us a favor and clean it up? But I just don't want to get to the point where, a code enforcer is someone that a neighbor uses to weaponize against their next door neighbor.
That is true.
We've had that happen before here in this township.
Yeah, we have.
And I just don't want to see that happen again. And it's happened to me, it's happened to other people. I just don't like seeing it happen at all. I just don't think that government is a place to allow people to weaponize agencies or officials, whether they're appointed or elected, against other people, for nefarious reasons, okay? It's just that's my biggest concern. And I don't want, someone going to a piece of property and, it just, being rude with the property owner. Just telling somebody that, you can and cannot do these things, when it's their own property. They pay taxes here.
Mhm.
And I think this could be universally explained across the country. People just don't like being bullied by the government on their own property.
True.
It's just the way it is. Now, having said that, I think that we still need to tap people on the shoulder and say, hey, your yard is a little messy, please pick it up. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of things around this township that I think really need code enforcement. I think that a lot of it's just a bunch of hoopla, and I think a lot of it, a lot of code and code enforcement is just pushed and propagandized by people that live in the city. You know, there's people that come out here, live in the city, that lived in the city, that come out here in the country. And they think, you know, you're supposed to mow grass, and they freak out when they hear gunshots, and everybody just looks at them like, you moved out to the country, this is what it's for. You know, people shoot guns all the time, target practice, or, you know, and hunting alike. People have, you know, toys out here. People moved out of the country so that they could own a boat, a jet ski, a four-wheeler, a UTV, you know, an extra pickup truck, and their high school Camaro that they went to school with. Yeah, and a lot of times I see that stuff parked on the side of people's yards, and, you know, would I stack that much crap in my yard? No, but do I sit there and think that other people should, you know, be bullied and say, hey, you gotta park your Camaro in the backyard? No, I don't. So whoever we pick for code enforcement, I want that person to understand that, you know, it's gotta at least be, you know, you gotta at least be gentle with that.
I understand.
I have actually a question for.
Yeah. I just felt that we all need a little more time. I figured, you know what, it's an opportunity to rub my mouth a little bit, kind of get the idea of what we want. Because I hear from the other side too, that we want a former police officer. I don't want a former police officer, and I'll tell you exactly why I don't want a former police officer. Because law enforcement has to deal with the lowest rungs of society on a regular basis of 40 to 50 hours a week. Okay, and if you look at their track record, it's not that good. From spousal abuse to domestic abuse, okay? It runs heavily in law enforcement communities and families, okay? And I don't think it's a good idea to be having someone that already has a job under that much stress, then apply them to a code enforcement position out here, because they will end up treating people and mistreating people in a way that I don't find respectful. Okay, and that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
I got one for you, Julie. What would you do if somebody went to your house and sat out in front of your house and the board ordered it, and so did the senior center? So what would you do if you had to do that?
Order again. Order.
April can sit there and say,
Julie, do you want to answer the question, please?
Okay, so you're.
Let me just get to the point. Let me just tell you, Greg.
You asked her a question.
Right,
correct?
Greg was sitting in front of my house, and I'm just gonna tell you who said it. Rachel and Shannon. Greg said it.
Didn't say anything.
Oh, no. Greg's not here, resigned, but he told me.
I say order.
You can say what you want. You're always saying order, so it involves you. If you have a hypothetical question, ask her a question. I did. Why?
Thank you, Julie, for coming. We'll consider you as a.
Yeah, we get that.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not gonna treat you any different than I treated Mr. Masters.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have BFF that is a former board member.
Yeah.
You are friends with a board member. Now you're married to a board member. Okay. How to ask the question?
You wanna say it to my face?
Up here. Nobody even knows. That's where. I'm saying something. No.
What, how can we trust that you would go against them and not go after, say you go after Mr. Masters because he is not friends with Henry, he's not friends with Nicole or anything? We want to make sure that you will not be a hothead and your buttons aren't easily pushed. And you go after people that you feel have wronged people you know. And how can we be sure that wouldn't happen?
Regardless of whether or not they were board members or friends or things like that, if there's a complaint, the complaint in itself needs to be looked into. Not the person, but the complaint. So it wouldn't matter if the code enforcer's job is going to be, you come in, pick up the complaint, read the complaint, see what. Make some phone calls, find out what's going on from the complainant. see if it lines up with anything that we have in our ordinances. Then, again, you would have to go and review to the attorney. It's basically the same answer. It has to go with the attorney to see if we can go further with that. Should anybody be picked on? No.
Now, what if the complaint came in against your BFF and you had to write her a ticket or tell her to pick up her property here?
Then
You had to be an asshole.
that's what has to be done.
Can you do it without being triggered and angry?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, appreciate you, Julie. We're gonna move on to the award of,
Is there anybody else?
is there anybody else who is interested in being Thetford Township's very own code enforcer? No? No? Are you sure? Okay. Well, what are you trying to?
I would like to make a motion to hire Jeff Masters as our code enforcer, part-time, on call as needed.
Is that with like a temporary position or a permanent position?
Temporary.
That 30 days or 60 days or?
Let's give him 90 days until we can find somebody else.
What work at?
I got a question on that, if I may.
Go ahead.
My question is Jeff Masters, he said he knows the rules. Why is he hauling gravel and dirt out of his farm, or what do you want, a so-called farm over there, and he ain't supposed to? He ain't gonna tell me he ain't, cause I seen him do it, I seen the trucks go empty and come out full. He ain't supposed to be hauling that dirt out of there, and you know it.
We're talking about the motion, not
I'm
about.
talking about it, and he's gonna be code enforcement.
It's dirt or is it common?
Yes, I know, we watched it.
Who's sitting there?
Okay, so is there any other questions on?
He can't follow the rules.
Okay, if there's no other comments, we'll go ahead for a roll. Go ahead.
I just have a comment. In light of, not a formal application, and we have previous applications that we haven't addressed. So I'm just letting you know that that'll be the reason for my vote.
Okay, cool. Did we discuss the wage on that? Would we like to amend the motion at all to include a wage? We did, we said it was up to, it was based on experience. I think our recent wage was 20. Thought it was around 22 an hour based on experience.
Yes. So, yep, I think that, and then we did that intentionally, so you could go in somewhere where you thought their experience would lie.
I would recommend $20 an hour based on years of service in the army and also being. And
I'll amend my motion for $20 an hour.
Okay, with that being said, Andy, if there's no more discussion, can we please move forward with a roll call on that?
Tim,
No.
Pat,
No.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
No.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes. Motion carried 4-3. Thank you, John. We're gonna move on to the bid award.
Well, I just want to make sure that, prior to him starting, he does fill out a real application for the township.
Yes.
I did.
Did you? Yes, he didn't put it in our packet, so that's why.
Okay,
I did.
Okay, so yeah, just to be in employment, you gotta have a,
so we'll make sure copies in all the board members' boxes.
yeah. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
As it provided.
Okay, we'll go move forward with the award bid. So the township had put out a bid in the paper for the farmland back here for a new lease agreement or current lease agreement to be renewed at 3 years, I believe. We received 3 bids. John is going to go ahead and unseal those.
First one says farmland lease bid, John Walden.
We don't pay for it.
Is it just the farmland bid?
Yeah, this is the farmland. Yeah. Okay, so Jason Gray is offering 115 per acre, totaling 3680 a year.
What name was that? I'm sorry.
Jason Gray.
Jason Gray.
This is Darwin Hatch. HECHT. It's offering $112.50 per acre, totaling 3,600 a year. And Walden is offering us $151 per acre, totaling 4,832 per year. So I will go ahead, make the motion to accept the lease agreement with John Walden at $151.
Work.
Is there any discussions?
Is he the one currently doing it?
Correct. We contacted Madam Clerk, please, I'm not know anyone the best.
Is he here?
Go ahead and file these.
Do we have to vote on it?
We have to vote.
Yes.
Yeah, we still have to do the vote. We just have more than support.
You did.
Oh. Gotcha.
We're good.
Go have a roll call, please. I did the motion, John did the support.
For the.
Walden.
Well,
John Walden.
$151 per acre.
Tim,
Yes.
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah.
Stacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Motion carried.
Yours.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna go with the award bid of property 2154 Burns Drive, 17-08-100-056. Support.
What is that?
This is the house on.
And Burns Drive.
This is the first one, Fred.
There's like 2 of them.
2. Gary Myers. I think he's here.
Yeah. Guy in the yellow.
If you have a question for him.
Okay, so Fred Hauser offered the board $3,500 and Mr. Terry Myers offered the board $10,000. Make a motion to accept the bid from Terry Myers at $10,000 for 2123 Burge Drive, Clinton, Michigan 48420. Support. Any discussion? That being said, can we do a roll call, please, when you're ready?
Tim,
I'm not gonna vote. I don't know nothing about this house or property. So I'm not voting.
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yeah. Motion carried.
Wonderful.
5-1.
6-1.
Sorry, 6-1. Okay, we'll move forward. Chief Bronson, thank you for your patience this evening. No, it's been a long night. Don't come on out, please.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. So Chief Bronson was invited here this evening. We had discussed the International Fire Code briefly. Which has also been discussed in Thetford Township a few years back. We addressed it. So Mr. Bronson is here to answer any questions that any board members may have regarding the International Fire Code. Do you have any questions, Eric?
What is the primary reason that you want us to adopt the code?
Yeah, so it's kind of two sides. So it's kind of, let me give you a background. So as you know, when a building's constructed, it's built to meet a code. Once the building's constructed, it goes away. No one ever goes back in and makes sure it's not altered or it's not changed from code. And I want to stress, the code is only, the fire code is only for commercial properties. That's all it's for. We have no jurisdiction within residential properties. Make that very clear. That includes apartment complex. There are some gray areas and common areas of apartment complexes that we do have some jurisdictions, but we do not have jurisdictions within residential areas. My main job as a fire chief is to educate, prevent, and save lives. And the way I do that, my first step is fire codes to ensure life safety is being met. And how we achieve that? Exit lights, egress lighting, right? When power goes off, lights there to see egress. We're making sure that fire suppression systems are being maintained. We're ensure fire extinguisher is there, that fires, if there's a fire, we can extinguish fires. And the buildings, our codes are maintained. After it's constructed, no one ever maintains it. That's our job, to go back in and make sure commercial buildings are being maintained to achieve the fire code. That's it. Existing buildings, how we foresee the existing building, we're not gonna go through and make them spend a bunch of money. We're gonna make life safety decisions. We're gonna want the egress lighting, we will want that, right? Those are very small, inexpensive changes that we would work with the owners to make sure that batteries are replaced, lights are working. If it has a fire suppression system, we're not gonna make them spend $100,000. We're gonna work with them. I don't believe there are any fire suppression buildings within Thetford Township today. So we can put that right out of the equation. Access roads, we will want access roads that we can get fire trucks back to the buildings. Where this is gonna come into play, solar fields, ESS units, energy storage systems. Kevin and I work with the solar fields, right? We want to protect our firefighters from hazardous materials. We don't want them storing large amounts of hazardous materials, us walking the buildings, not knowing what's in there. That's where this is going to benefit us. It's where we're going to protect our firefighters and our residents on newer constructions, especially with the consumer stuff coming in. We're going to have a say on how it's constructed and ensure that's being met to our standards.
And this would also include things such like battery storage. Yes, for both the solar fields and potentially electric vehicles and storage or like charging stations as well.
Charging stations, yes. There are sections in here for solar fields already created.
Okay.
And there are sections for energy storage systems already created.
What are these data centers?
Those are considered energy storage systems.
Sorry,
For stored energies and data. So there's already stuff in here. This was back in 2021. So every 3 years, they update the fire code. It's a big deal to update a fire code. So we would probably wait every 6 to 8 years to update this code because it's lawyers and rewriting policy and ordinances. So we probably wait till 28 or 30 before we update this code here. This would definitely help with planning commission and make sure we're aligned with the energy storage systems and the solar fields. And that way, when a newer construction comes in and we want to tell them how the building may be built, we tell them you need to build our building to meet our fire code. And they have a clear understanding of what needs to be met when they come to our area to construct commercial buildings.
Okay, now, I have a question, concerning the, consumers' energy, initiative, the new power plant they intend to do. Now, from what I understand, from Mr. Lawrence over there, that the, consumers' energy power plant is actually currently located on, a farm zone, property, but you said specifically commercial property. Would it be in the township's interest to reclassify consumers' energy, their zoning classification over there at the power plant? Would it be advantageous for the board to probably consider that commercial, since the majority of the activity that is conducted there is of a commercial nature, especially in the industrial commercial zone?
Probably so, but in a fire code, we don't go by zonings. We go by structure. That structure is a commercial structure, and it would fall under our fire code. And we would mandate they meet our fire code or our fire code.
Now, is this going forward or is this including existing? The existing structures have to bring it up to the code.
We would be very gracious on existing structures.
Now, what about like marijuana facilities? Do they have to come up to the code? Or
Marijuana facilities are already meeting the code. Marijuana structures are mandated by the state. We don't have a whole lot of jurisdictions in the state. We work hand in hand with the state. There's a Public Act 91 that mandates that the AHA, the fire chief of the state, can mandate public safety, where we dictate what we want for public safety. The state is mandating marijuana and what they want for public safety. Well, they are meeting the code already.
right, so you guys have to work hand in hand with like Kevin at the planning board and zoning commission and stuff.
Kevin will call, we'll have some talks here and there. There is no fire code today, so it's all kind of like what we want, what Kevin wants. When someone comes to the planning commission and wants to build something in the community, there's no guidelines on what we want as far as the fire code. So this gives them a clear understanding of what we want for a community for a fire code.
Casey has a question, Chief.
This would apply to our one existing apartment complex. I'm assuming it probably wouldn't apply to the trailer park because they are state,
It's residential.
and they're state controlled now.
It's residential.
Yes, okay, but the apartment building that we have.
Common space will hallways and laundry rooms. That's it.
You guys.
That's a very gray area also. So we tread lightly in there because it's really a residential area. I'll go in there and we'll want smoke alarms. We won't ask for smoke alarms. There's a smoke alarm in there. It's a gray area. Residential, we have no jurisdiction in residential.
Still keep them safe in that.
Yeah, they're gonna accommodate. We want life safety. We want smoke alarms. No, what we want.
Madam Chair,
Well, no, I believe we addressed this back in 2023 a little bit. I think we had get around, and I did have the attorney at that time draft an ordinance for us to move forward with adopting the fire code. I looked it up, I have it. It was not a final, it was just a draft. He didn't want me to share it at that time until I think he got with you to have some conversation, and Johnny, because we had kind of discussed a little bit and never went back through with it. So I am at that stage of it. To where we could bring it back to the board in an ordinance form, and then maybe.
Attorney Gilmore wrote Vienna Townships. I would ask him to look at that, if we could be consistent.
Try to keep
It makes it very simple for me, that if I'm enforcing Vienna and Thetford and they're very similar. Consistency is easy for me.
Does Vienna have one?
They do.
Did we just copy theirs?
That's.
So that's what he said. Attorney Gilder made
But
theirs.
they-
What's the difference between the international building code and you're talking about an ordinance?
So we have to have an ordinance to adopt that. We can't just make a motion to adopt it. We have to have an ordinance to adopt it.
Right, so right, I hear the uniform adoption.
And he likes to do the same. Correct.
There's some wording to that about, I can't think of the word, it's some appendix that we want added in there. That Vienna Township added also. And just saying that we can reference some appendix for certain situations.
I think I got that too. I think you said that to me on January 11th.
If we can just be consistent with the city of Clio, Indiana, and Thetford, and the world, it's easier for us to enforce one ordinance, one code. And this is best for us, best for me, I should say.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to adopt the international fire code.
Well, we gotta make a motion to move forward with an ordinance.
Ordinance, there we go, okay.
And I bring an ordinance back at the next.
I'll redo my own motion. I'll make a motion to adopt an ordinance to reference the international fire code. Bring it back to the board. And bring it back to the board.
For approval.
For approval.
Support.
Thank
Okay,
you, thank you.
right, but I know my,
You already got support.
okay, all in favor to move forward with an ordinance to draft?
Can you repeat that?
It's just the motion was to adopt
Move,
an ordinance to
move forward to draft an ordinance, Eric. We can't adopt it till we have the ordinance.
thank you, okay, so
Could
motion to draft.
want to draft it or?
Yeah, saying we're gonna send this to Gilman to draft it, I mean.
Sure, our attorneys.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it means anyway. So yeah, motion to draft an ordinance to accept the international fire code. Or the international fire code, excuse me.
And then bring back the board for approval.
Yeah.
We want 2021 international fire code.
I already, it's in the draft, I read it earlier that he already typed up, so I'll just have him compare it with Vienna to make sure.
I still have an issue with that we're not saying who we're gonna have drafted in the.
It would be the attorney.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get you to say. is that
You want to add the attorney.
Oh,
Have the attorney draft the ordinance.
that's fine. We'll just add the attorney at the beginning of my motion.
Yes.
I just have a comment. And the reason, that I'd like to see this get in place, because as all these projects are coming up, if we already have adopted the International Fire Code, it's right in their stuff. You will comply with it. So then the chief is in a better position to go say, well, they've adopted it, you have to comply with it, so we're gonna do this, this, and this. This is the reason that I'm anxious to get this through, because we got the solar, we got generating plan, and who knows what else.
Right.
Anyway, so go ahead, I can
Thanks.
question.
Go ahead with the roll call when you're ready, Andy, please. Thank you, Chief Brown.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yeah.
Stacy.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes,
Okay,
motion carried.
real quick,
Okay, we're-
I would like to make a motion that we allow Gilder to adopt Vienna's
They can't adopt, it doesn't work like that.
They can plagiarize it, he's right.
Well, that's what Attorney Gilner's gonna
He's gonna do that.
I don't want to draft.
I already got the draft in my email. Sent it to me on April 19th.
Well, when did you bother telling us?
I got it in 23. The board discussed it previously last year. Didn't you just hear what I said to Chief Bronson?
Okay, so when were we gonna see that? Cause this has come up several times, we haven't seen it.
Because we didn't, with the board and the previous board didn't move forward with it.
Okay.
You said I overheard you guys talking about an ordinance in the International Building Code.
Yeah.
I said, yes, when we get to that, we'll discuss it. We have to have an ordinance to adopt it. We talked about this on the last board.
Draft read, so I don't know if there's a draft. Yeah,
We just made a motion. So I have a draft from 2023. The attorney will update that draft to mirror Vienna Township so that it's in sync. You understand what I'm saying
Oh,
now?
I understand what you're saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why do we not have a copy of that right here for us?
Because the attorney in the email didn't want it presented to the board at that time because he wanted to work out kinks and get with Chief Bronson. We never moved forward with it.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. I'm getting tired, I'm sorry, folks. Mule Lake hiking trail. Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
good. So I'll try and be real brief.
You're up, Mike.
Sorry, it's been a while since I had a long meeting like this.
Yeah, I did get you a packet here last week and I sure you got it into your boxes, so. It's the past month, so we have done some other things I do want to mention to you before I open it up for discussion. Me and Eric met with the Genesee County Parks Commission or employees of the commission. We updated them as to what we wanted to do and get their condolence concurrence to do it, and they're very, very happy to support it. And they put together a letter for us to state that they're in agreement with storing chips on the site. So I got that letter last week and I forwarded it on to the County Road Commission and to this urban tree removal. They have a contract with Consumers Energy and they're gonna provide those. I'm not sure when or how many, but I told them about 100 cubic yards here whenever they're in the area and can do it. So that was positive. Also, I walked over the site with Eric on March 14th. It was really interesting. There were 4 couples and their children there on the course. We had a chance to talk to them, and they're from out of the area. Or it was just really interesting to see people utilizing the facility. Also met with Trustee Brenner here and went over the maps. So clarify as to exactly where it was going and that it's not impacting this property. But anyway, that's what I have. I put together that sheet. I think there were some questions about other considerations. I know the last time you did work out here, there was considerations whether to utilize some of the township equipment, you know, to work out there. So I kind of listed it down.
Do you know what an estimate of what, it looks like you have a material list needed here.
Right.
Ballpark range of how much?
I think Eric was working on something. You know,
Yeah, well, then we had a couple of different, do you have the prices of just the signs, the posts and the just other materials that we're gonna need? Cause I just mainly got the machinery.
right, we're gonna need like a boulder, 8. The Genesee County is gonna provide the interpretive signs. We'll need 8 posts, 10 bags of concrete, 6 4x4x8 posts, 10 cubic yards clean fill. Like if we can get that here from the township, that would take care of that cost.
Yeah.
And 10 cubic yards of crushed concrete.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Are we looking at 1,000 or 2,000?
Just material at this point.
In just material at this point, you're talking about everything less than $2,000. Because the only thing the major expense is just the 2 loads of concrete, crushed concrete for the parking lot. But the wood chips are essentially free. So that's what we're kind of banking on with the whole project, is that the wood chips are going to be delivered free. That's why we've got the write-up from the county. And then this way we can give the write-up from the county to people in the wood chipping industry so that they know that they are permitted to drop the chips off at the county park property. I wouldn't want them, you just can't just go with some crew on the side of the road and say, here, drop chips here, but look at you like crazy. So that would be approved. We have a letter from the county on that to approve that. That saves us a significant amount of money right there alone. And then you're looking at less than $2,500 for the machine operation if you so choose to go with my dad's equipment. Obviously, I give you 3 comparative bids on that, so you can look at that. He's gonna throw in delivery of the fuel, and of course he already he already beat the other prices anyway. But just to give you an idea, you know, so. The whole idea of this project was to be as minimal expense as possible. Like I said, the work and the labor, I could have volunteered to do it myself. Mike has volunteered. We've had many other volunteers. We have another gentleman in the crowd, back there, yep, volunteered to help. So this is other people, they're glad to volunteer for this. It's really a non-invasive project. You know, we're just gonna simply you know, put wood chips down for a path so that the pathway of the main walking trail is well enough to push a baby stroller down. That's the intent. Well, you can, you know, and then there's a little map there. You guys look at the map too, just to kind of show you the direction of the trail, kind of give you an idea of the length of it, so forth.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off, Eric, and move forward with a motion to, provide materials, funding not to exceed $2,000 for the disc golf course.
I got a question.
Was it the
Materials only.
Yeah.
What account?
I got a parks account, but at the next meeting, I'm gonna have to make an adjustment on it. Don't they still have money available from the ARPA? Or we spend all that? All that had to be allocated and moved, so we'll have to make an adjustment in our budget, but.
technically, so like,
Yeah, I need to, hold on, support. Thank you. I'm gonna have to put an adjustment in the budget at the next meeting. Right now, we have $1,000 in there. But we'll have to do an adjustment at the next meeting for the budget.
Is that a specific parks account, like a miscellaneous parks account? That doesn't go to a.
No, we have a Thetford Park and Recreation account. We have the Clio Park and Rec account. We also have Park and Pavilion account.
I got a question. How much so far it's spent on this park?
We did ARPA funding. I don't
yeah,
think.
I think we were at 18,000.
Pretty close, 17,500, 18,000 in that area.
Okay, the other question I have, where you're putting this path in, you guys are gonna put culverts in, right?
No,
No, then what are you gonna do about the two creeks that run through there?
our tricks where we're putting this trail.
The one already has a call. Yeah, the one already has one, so.
You're not putting them in, and that goes to the backside of my property.
Or,
That's on the backside of my property.
no,
It's on
it's on the other side of the
the
lake.
west side of the lake.
That's it.
It's on the west side of the lake.
And you're not going to the back.
No,
No,
That's all I wanna know. As long as you're not touching my property,
No.
I'm good.
Okay, so we're gonna do a vote. This is the materials at this time. Roll call, please, Andy.
Tim,
No.
Scott,
Yes.
Eric,
yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
John,
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yes. Next, I'll make a motion to accept the bid for 2350 from Complete Site Development. For the compact utility tractor with the loader.
I'll support that.
Just one question, Madam Chair. Is that gonna be it? That's the total, Eric? That will be the total, or is there?
That is the total.
That is the total, okay, all right. Yep, I'm fine, 2350, okay.
Any discussion?
Do we have the ability to borrow the equipment from the county?
So I think we looked at that when we were doing the market, so. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead with the roll call, please.
Got a second.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, this is about.
Did you?
Right?
Second.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Stacy was a second.
Tim,
No.
Yes.
Eric,
I'll abstain.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yeah. Motion carried. Thank you. No, thank you for all your hard work. And this is a beautiful
Thank you.
layout.
One last thing, did you guys, do we need to vote on the approval of the project on that one, that one publication there?
We approved the material, so you got me $2,000.
Yeah.
Everything? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just I would kind of like you guys to approve the project overview.
You want a motion for that?
Yes, just because,
Well, do you want to make a motion for that?
yes, please. I'll make a motion that we approve the project overview written by Mike Point here.
For the dual lake hiking
For the
trail?
Deal Lake Trail.
I'll support it. All in favor of the approval of the project overview, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
And that's for the proper approval, so thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's move on to the census rental agreement. We need to renew this. This is for our maps in the township. So I will go ahead. Well, does somebody else want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion that we approve the census agreement. This is a yearly agreement. We approve it.
That's what the bonus?
Yeah, every
Oh,
year.
okay.
They have to have it. So make the motion we approve it. Or
We don't have it.
Any discussion? Okay, with that being said, can I get a roll call, please?
Tim,
No.
Pat,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes.
6-1.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the township hall repair. So I'll be real short about this. This wall is having major issues. It's separating from the floor. We noticed that when we pulled the trim. When we tried to replace the back door, the back wall started cracking. It looks like it's bowing. So we need to have an engineer come in and look at the wall to see how to replace it, fix it, what we need to do. From there, we'll move forward to see if it can be an insurance claim. Hopefully it can be, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna make a motion to accept Lopez Engineering
Support that.
at $750. And they will do a report up for us. The report can also be submitted to the insurance company as well.
George support that?
I did.
Okay, that was you already made it and.
Motion. Roll call, please.
Tim,
Yes.
Pat,
Yeah.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes. Motion carried. Okay, our next business is the ordinance number 2026-0407 regarding moratoriums. This is the ordinance that was recommended to us by the planning commission. An ordinance to amend article, well, I'll make a motion to accept ordinance 2026-04-07, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance, adding a new section 14.24 regarding moratoriums.
I'll support that.
Is there any discussion?
No, my only, as a member of the planning commission, yeah, we would highly recommend that we adopt this ordinance. So that we're in a better position, to do our homework prior to.
Well, so what this one will do is take effect, I believe it's 21 days, correct me if I'm wrong, after publishing. And then from there, we will bring another ordinance to, or a resolution to put a moratorium on our data centers until we can get it reviewed, going hand in hand with our zoning ordinance that is being redone too. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, please roll call on that one.
Tim,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
John,
Yeah.
Eric,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yes. Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, we'll move forward with resolution number 040726, building permit fees. I'll make a motion to adopt the updated fee schedule for building permit fees.
Say this again now? What do we?
I'm gonna make a motion to adopt, I should say, the resolution 102224 for building permit fees.
It's an increase in fees?
Something slight increase, but nothing dramatic. You have the old and the new.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
If there's anything concerning, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, was there a primary change, to anything? Anything substantial?
No, Vicky recommended this to me. I think a couple things went up $25 if you look down at your inspections.
You have a second?
Okay.
I think she went about going along with Vienna Township, if I remember right.
Okay.
It does, but we didn't have a significant increase. It was a slight one, but I believe that, we did raise, I think when we reviewed Matt's wage as well,
Why are we raising these at all?
because we can't make money off of the township, right? So we're paying our building official, who is kind of pricey, we pay him 2 additional funds on top of that to be our zoning enforcer. But then we're also paying Vicky out of it to assist him. And if you guys remember correctly, our building account now is a separate fund, so you're able to look at it, but was by Lara's request, I guess now township has to have their building fund separate as with their sewer and their tax funds are separate.
You can't make money on it.
Can't make money on building, no. It all has to go to building. And our rates haven't been reviewed or increased at all in my tenure. I think the most we went up was $25. I didn't see anything dramatic on it.
I mean, I just personally don't, I don't like any kind of increases, just simply because number one, it's not for the township to profit off of anything.
We're not profit.
It's not a profit.
But if you're saying we're losing money, I understand that as well. Like, obviously, we must, defer the cost of something onto the residents. But I don't see anything of a drastic change here. We went, so any kind of hidden tax on residents, I just not feeling it right now.
Either are we.
Yeah, I mean,
Either are we.
should propose that a whole lot of,
You don't have to do a roll call or just?
Yeah, something on a roll.
All right, roll call then. Oh, I'm sorry.
Tim,
No.
Kat,
No.
Eric,
no.
Don,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes, motion carried 4-3. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to resolution assigning of board approved documents. I will make a motion to accept resolution 0407-2026-003 to establish the Vienna Township board approved document.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
That, I don't think is a good idea. Why can't we just bring the stuff back to the board and get it pushed through? Or the new board signs it instead of going back and signing something that, 3 years ago, they didn't sign it, so we're gonna go through it, and then we gotta go through everything to prove it was done right. Wouldn't it just be easier to bring it forward to us to go through and redo it?
Well, it was already adopted, published, and signed by me. I don't think it's fair to this board to have to go through and redo it. The previous board voted on it and approved it, and it should stand.
And the lawyer probably would have to look everything over again.
I mean, and there's like 14 documents, and we're not talking, these are like the repeal and replace ordinance from 2018 to regulate marijuana facilities. Amending the zoning ordinance to include the marijuana facilities, the repeal ordinance to permit permits for marijuana facilities, resolution to compensate zoning and board and
So here,
planning
I can see, I
commission.
can see what you want.
I mean, there's,
Agree with going back and signing old stuff that we could just redo, and put the same exact thing through and get it agreed and re-signed by us. I'm just saying, that's, my opinion on it.
appreciate it. Anything else? Go forward with a vote, please.
Tim,
No.
Pat,
No.
John,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes.
5-2.
Okay.
Okay, let's do. I am not going to take any action. Well, I don't see this, but it's petition law. So the petition wall has come to the board multiple times over the course of the past 4 or 5 years, which every resident can see is.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
1962,
That's it.
and it doesn't close or open very well.
Why does it even need to be there anymore?
Because when we rent the hall out,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
not accessible to anybody renting.
We don't have, do we have the price in for that?
Yeah, so the price is
That's it.
$18,504. Oh, sorry, my apologies. The total project cost would be $21,671.10. We did, contact 3 people as well, Dover Doors, JCL Doors, and JCL recommended. Somebody from California, and they never responded back.
And we went out to Vienna, their senior center, and seen the partitions they have.
So this would be the same thing that is at the Vienna Senior Center.
I went
They're
over,
very lightweight and easy to.
What a dream.
yeah, they are. I went over there also. They love those things. One person, one senior person can pull them thing from either side. They're tremendous. They're nice. They fold good. I mean, if we don't do it today, we should do it. Those are terrible. If you tried to ever try to pull those things out, it's ridiculous. And you can't really secure this area, currently, so.
Yeah, we tried to, close it for them when they had a meeting here and I couldn't get it closed either. The latch wasn't working, so.
But I did like them. I looked at them and he ran them out, he pulled them out, showed me they're pretty nice, as far as operating.
Yeah, and these ones, if you do get them shut, sometimes you can't get them back apart.
Right.
You get a cheaper price, $21,000.
Wait till you fix the.
No,
You can even get anyone to do it. If
it's
you
kind
can
of
even
a,
get the availability of it.
it is, but it's kind of a specialty thing. And that curtain's got like, metal expanding,
Now, the board does have $30,000 budgeted in additions and improvements.
And then they.
Wait till you fix the wall
That would be, my concern is I just kind of want to see where our senior center roof is at. We're getting ready to look at that as well as see if the insurance is gonna replace this wall.
What if it is? And I agree with you. If we end up having to pay for that wall, it's gonna be really expensive. So, so,
And if they have to redo or build this wall, then this partition.
and then they're gonna have to put the partition back off the wall anyway.
Yeah, take it down.
So how long is this bridge good for?
I don't know, and I hate to lose it if we wait too long, but I think maybe we should bring it back at the next board meeting. We'll have some more information on the senior center roof as well as that wall, and then decipher from there what we want to do.
yeah, bring it back wall.
I would think you could get bids like this, but we could not. I mean, there was no contractor around here that would touch that.
What are we doing?
We're gonna bring this back to the next meeting, so we can have more information. with the senior center.
Yeah, I was one of the.
Right now, just a petition, but the senior center roof, I just, wanna let you guys know that I'm gonna get estimates, I did reach out to Cardinal already, I'm waiting on them to update, so it's hard to all of our roofs already. Senior center is the last roof that we had to get done, so
Can I say
I'm
something?
gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna get estimates for that.
You should probably call, Guns and Hoses.
Do you have contact for them?
No, there's signs everywhere, but I look at it, and he's good. He got a lot of guys, but I bet he's cheaper.
And I'll bring 3 estimates back.
Yeah, well, he got signs everywhere.
Okay, so we'll move down.
On that wall, if we came up with options that are acceptable other than putting like that style up. What would be acceptable?
Well, they're gonna look at keeping the track, they said. That
Right.
might save us some money if our track's still good and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it back.
They have a, you know,
But like somebody in the, out there said, this is from what, 60s?
1962, that's my best guess, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're not gonna find somebody that still does stuff that's.
well, if you go over to the Vienna Senior Center, yes, you do. It's beautiful.
The people these people, if they come and install it, they install theirs, they bring a like I showed you in the picture, they'll bring like a box down with a track in it. And then it'll be up off ground, so it's not dragging on the ground, so it's easy, you can just pull it and it's lightweight and.
Over there, they put a little header. They put a little header up there.
Asking 21,000 to come in, as that group.
And so
Yeah,
they
they do
clean
all
the
that.
floors and get
And they
under it.
Like a door, so you open up the door and then pull it so that you're not looking at it.
Okay.
It's like hid, like it in.
Can't you get a cheaper price? Can't you ask them for a cheaper
Well,
price?
they can't find anybody that's coming in and
We
doing.
can't get anybody to bid that thing. It's straight.
That's what it's asking for, some acceptable alternative.
Okay, so I am going to make a motion to reappoint Gary Tilson to the planning commission.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor of Tilson on the planning commission, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. I'm gonna make a motion to reappoint Mr. Lawrence to the planning commission.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, but this guy,
That guy right there.
okay, just checking.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried, Kevin. He was hoping.
You want
He's looking for the word. So in your guys' box is a letter that I had wrote, I believe I'm gonna have to amend it already. To get some more clarification, because I thought that was a hearing that we had on the 21st. But there was a letter that I drafted up that I would like to send to our residents. I don't know if it's gonna do any justice, but, in the letter, at least it's giving them some knowledge that we don't have control over the solar at this point. Whatever the MSPC decides, what they decide. MPSC, so I'm gonna make a motion to send this letter out on behalf of the Board of Trustees to every parcel in Thetford Township with a resident. And published in the Herald Tribune. I'll second.
So we're gonna have to do a roll call because of the cost involved.
It would be just, we did the postage and receipt. It was 2,500, right, Andy, when we added it up the other day? Oh, no, it was less than that, I wrote it down. Yeah. 1,900, I think. It wasn't.
So you're not sending that when I say redraft it and.
The only thing I'm redrafting in this letter is the part of the hearing at the bottom.
Okay, and we're
That's
just,
it.
we're just trying, now are we doing one per address?
Yes,
Yes.
this time we got it from the assessor.
Okay.
You ready for the roll call?
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yeah.
Rachel,
Yes.
motion carried. But I'm changing this feet.
Want to read it? What time?
Yeah, I got it.
One, Rachel. You got one. I got one. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it. Okay.
Okay, and that being said, I'm gonna make a motion to host a town hall meeting at the township on April 20th.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
can you do that when we don't know if they're gonna condemn this building after winter?
If they condemn our building after one, we will at the town hall.
Just thought of that.
Township hall across the street.
We're gonna condemn the building, but they'll tell us what we should do.
Definitely, it's movies.
We can't come in here during their reconstruction.
We're gonna have to be, we're gonna be having, well, we're gonna worry about that bridge.
Yeah, we'll cross.
I got enough on my hands.
Okay.
So moving forward with that, or an alternate location. Thank you. All in favor of the town hall meeting being held on April 20th, please say aye.
I,
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried 7-0.
That's
All right.
6:30, right?
Thank you. We're gonna 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. April 21st, 6 o'clock.
April 20th.
make the motion there and
She was.
Oh,
First.
It's not a good date to do that.
Can you guys reschedule that?
Summit IT estimates. Okay, so then we got a couple estimates in here. I know that some of our computers do have to be updated. Mine being one of them, it hasn't been updated since Leanne was, I believe I have her computer.
Yeah, thank you.
Windows. They're Windows 10 and they have to have Windows 11 on the computer. So he gave us an estimate for 4 computers. Because we need the one on the treasurer's front office, I believe, updated, the assessors updated, mine updated, and the code enforcers updated to Windows 11. They're all Windows 10. But what they're doing for us is the estimate is for 4, but they're actually only gonna charge us for 3, so the estimate's gonna be cheaper than that, and they're gonna give us 1 free. Because of our Windows 10 computers being newer. And not being able to use them moving forward. No, not yet, that's changed.
So is this strictly for new computers?
That one is strictly for the computers.
How old was the one?
it's kind of bossy, really. Oh. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're talking about the all the computers. So
Yes, we're talking about the office computer, but we're only paying for 3.
Very American.
And we get 1 free.
So it is 33.
So- No, the total cost is gonna be 2,549.97.
2,500.
Because one of them is gonna be free. $549.97.
Are you looking for a motion for this?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't.
I'll record.
What account you taking this out of?
Jonathan.
Knew I was gonna ask that, right? Oh, yeah.
So I do have an equipment again, it's gonna have to be another adjustment, but it is within the township called general, the funding is there. So it's gonna come out of 101-265.000-19.
Right.
Okay, with that, and if there's no discussion, move forward with a roll call, please.
Tim,
Yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Eric,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Rachel,
Yeah.
Motion carried. The next summit IT estimate, this is just something I threw in here, if you guys are interested in it. I believe our previous clerk talked about it, I always thought it was a great idea, but I don't think it ever came to the board. But it was iPad for each of the board members. You guys wanna go that route, you don't have to worry about this with your packets, we can just scan them and email them in. And they're accessible for your BSNA, you have to worry about your stuff on BSNA, carry with you wherever you go.
The only problem is we have a board member that, it's not even on. We have a board member that's pretty dumb when it comes to electronics. I won't say his name's Tim.
I'm not opposed to helping anybody.
But I would like to I was wondering if there's any way on our website we could have an employee portal. That we just log into on a device we own and it does the same thing, because that's what we do at Clio. We have an employee portal, we can go in there, you get on the website, but you can't get into that, only employees logins can get into it, everything you need is there. Then we don't have to be worried about, oh my God, I broke a $3,000 iPad or lost it, or, yeah.
I can look into that.
They do have one, you do have one for BSNA.
Yeah.
You
I
have
can
our
look
own
into it.
portal for ADP, the payroll, that you can get into your own, but not for the PACs to be.
Well, I just had a question with that, though. See, you'll be able to look at everything, but when you come to the meeting, you're still gonna want to print a copy? Because otherwise, we're still gonna have to print a copy.
Well, you could print the copy if you want, or you can have your personal device with you and have it pulled up right there.
Oh, okay, so you're saying, yeah, you just bring in.
Just like, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
having the
okay.
iPad without having the iPad,
Yeah,
you
so
have
you-
your own, if you break your own equipment,
Yeah, yeah.
that's on you. You break the township's equipment. Now we have to replace that, that's money, more cost. If we pay $300 for a portal that we can all access,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that'd be fine.
and you came at us with iPads, I mean, you couldn't come at us with an Android system.
Hey,
I'm not an Android.
That's what it is. That's the one like gave.
Turned on
Oh,
for
my.
years.
I'm not opposed to whatever.
You wanna make a motion?
No, I have to. I mean, we can look at the cost of a portal and see what that looks like.
If it's cheaper for the iPads and portal, then let's go the cheapest route.
Okay.
So we'll look at that.
We'll look at it. Okay.
Oh, she right now.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we're gonna move on to brief public comments for 3 minutes, please. Still awake.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sure, I'm closing up. So, my name is Brendan J. Johnson, running for state senate. I don't know what's going on at Thetford. Yeah.
What is
So
your
Exciting, that.
Oh, everybody's got their own excitement, but yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Brendan.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Fostoria. I went to public school in Mayville and then in Millington for middle school. I graduated from Delta after going to the Great Lakes Bay Early College program to start off. I got my grad degree in 2019 and I've been getting involved in politics ever since I could vote. I've been voting. I volunteer with Voters Not Politicians to the anti-gerrymandering initiative on the ballot. And so that's what drives me, is just fixing stuff that's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just helping anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate you attending our meeting this evening. Good luck.
Thanks.
What was your name again, Brendan?
Brendan Johnson.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks.
Nothing, Jonathan, right?
Anybody else? Hey, board member comments.
Here you go.
Hey, sorry.
Oh. Hold on.
Meeting. Jose Rodriguez, lived in Thetford for over 25 years. Having a problem with the county. I know I've talked to you guys before. I called, they said to call the county about my culvert. Back in June. Called them 2 or 3 times. I don't know who the hell to call, or they're not doing anything. They said they'd get a hold of me. And I haven't seen anything.
Can help you.
Thank you.
Give me your name and your phone number after the meeting.
Jose Rodriguez.
Oh, you're gonna give it.
I'll get it right now.
She can't write that fast. Give her.
You give any weird text.
810-240-3240.
240. What'd you say?
3240.
And your address?
Address, please.
9306 Prairie Road.
306 Prairie Road.
I'll send them out to look at it the next holiday.
As my neighbors across the street got theirs done. And they had no choice. The county come out there and they replaced the culverts. $400 average for both of them. I mean, I think that's fair. If it needs to be done. I don't want water, like we've had all this water and I've seen ditches backed up and down the road. But not on my property. I just don't want that to happen. So if you can get somebody to come out and look, maybe what's going on, I'd appreciate it.
Come out there, thank you.
Thank you.
What they deem.
Anything else?
For
Anybody else? Okay, board members, Tim? Yeah.
I want to say thank you for coming. Congratulations, Mr. Masters, on winning the bid or getting the job. Yeah. Everybody knows I'm an a-hole, so if this is how it is. I want to push your buttons to see how you're gonna react to things and judge it from there. But congratulations on getting the job and everybody have a good night.
Chris? First of all, I'd like to say thanks to everybody for coming out. Nice to see everybody out here today. Congratulations, Shannon, 25 years. April. Here you go. Stu. Yeah, everybody for getting their plaques. Congratulations, Jeff. I have every confidence that you are gonna do the right thing for our township. I know you're not here to harass people. We already have a stack of, we already got work for you, let's put it that way. Once again, thanks for coming out. Eric.
Thank everyone for coming out, especially Shannon and April. Congratulations. Appreciate your guys' what you do. Jeff, congratulations on the code enforcement appointment. Keep in mind some things that I mentioned to Julie earlier, and just keep in mind that I want you to take things slow and cautious. Be respectful at all times with the residents. Just please, put your best foot forward, and when you're out there, do your best to represent the best of us. Okay, I appreciate that. Also, I'd like to do a couple ride-ins with you along a couple times. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to chat and kind of just give the township an overview. I'd like to kind of know where we're at too. I'd also we're at war right now, and even though I don't condone the war, I'd like to convey my support to our troops. It's important that we support our men and women in the service, regardless of the leadership or whether we disagree with it or not. And my condolences go out to the casualties and the collateral damage of this conflict. So thank you all for coming out.
John?
I can't top any of that. But I do appreciate the patience. This is a very long meeting and we got through it. So I appreciate the patience of everyone putting up with and what they call it.
This is I want to thank everyone for coming out. Congratulations, you guys. Jeff, I don't know if it's a congratulations or a loss. Sorry, I'm gonna be honest about it, So thank everyone for coming out.
John, I do gotta get with you. I got a couple things already in the mix that I would like you to follow up on. So I don't know if we can get a meeting date or something, and I'll throw a couple things your way to start on. Shannon, wow, 25 years is huge, and your family in this township, and you deserve to be treated as such and recognized as such. So we really do appreciate everything you've done over there. I know it's hard. But keeping the elders entertained and out of their houses and doing things it speaks volumes of your character. So I do appreciate that. As well as everybody else, your guys' years of service you've been with us so far. It's greatly appreciated. Other than that, I really don't have too much to say. I'm excited to kind of get some information out. Hopefully people pay attention about the solar. Consumers is a positive, step forward in our township, so. Other than that, you guys all have a great evening. We're gonna make a motion to adjourn. Before, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
We live there. It's making better. Oh, thanks.